Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be looking at doing a root over statue over this guy. I got this at the car boot sale last year, so I've been waiting to do a root over him for a while now, and something like this, you can see that's the same stuff, a resin statue, and I planted that tree over it a few years ago now. So I'm going to show you how I do it. So first thing I'm going to do is get the tree that I want to use, which is going to be, let's put this tree up here now first of all. I'm going to use this large tree here, this one. These were just some large trees that I collected on the side of the road one day. It's been in this pot now for a few years. I just threw them in here, and it's time to take it out and plant it on that dragon, hopefully. I don't think, no, I never wired them in, so it should hopefully come out pretty easy. And I'm hoping that there's plenty of roots on him that we'll be able to put over the dragon. So I want to keep it as much roots as I can. So I'll take that out there, put that one out the way for now. There was another tree here, but it died. Raking out the bottom. Hopefully it's got some long roots in here somewhere. It's the one time you kind of want some big roots, some big long ones. You can pot your trees into tall, large pots, or build something tall, large and thin, which helps it grow. Good long, strong roots, which are ideal for this kind of thing. But this hasn't been done like that, so I don't know. This might not even be good enough for this job, but we'll have a look. If not, I'll find something else. It's not looking too promising at the moment. The roots seem to be all very fine, perfect, what you would normally want in the bonsai. So this tree might not be any good for this, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, it seems to have quite fine roots. One big thick one there. Okay, I'll go and give the roots a wash and we'll just have a look and see if they're going to be any good or not. Okay, so I've washed off the roots. Again, like I said, it's not ideal, they're quite fine, but like I always say, we'll have to just do with what we have. Ideally, you want to plant, if you are doing a root over rock, plant it in a taller pot, get the roots growing big and long, and so you have good roots to work with. But we'll see what we can do with this. So, it's a dragon. Let's see if I can drop the camera a bit so you can see. Now, we want them to kind of be like this. I want to grow this branch out here. So, first thing I'm going to have to do is, there's a root up here which has nothing on the end, so I'll take that one out the way. Now, I'm going to have to decide on how I'm going to attach this, and which roots I'm going to use. So we put it on kind of like this. Okay, so we can get this root here. If we take the end of that off there, and we can thread that, all that root through here. See that? Carefully pull that through. Will that work? I think maybe this one. Put it through this one. See that? Go through there. This first thing I think I need to do is this main root here. It's far too big and chunky and it's stopping me putting it too close to the dragon. So what I'm going to do is go back to where I can find the root from it. Maybe back to here. I might need bigger cutters for this. I'm going to take that whole thing back to there. Okay, let's try again now. Try and separate the roots from one side to the next. Okay, so this root we can push in through here. We'll go. It's always a bit fiddly at the start when you're doing one of these, but it's worth it in the end. Okay, so we have that root there. Now we can get this root back in through here. That. Now, don't know if that will actually. That one might not actually work there. Okay, how about this one? If we thread this one through this loop. Okay, I know what I need to do. I need to bring it over this way more, and we'll actually put this like that, and then that's like this. So we'll look at this side. So I think this root is a bit thick, but we want this root at the front here. Let's reuse that one. We could use that one and clear this back even more. Let's have another look. Yeah, that's actually not attached to that big root, so we could take all that big root off, which would be very useful. So be careful not to cut that root. We'll go back as far back as I can. Okay, like that. So now we've got that root. Now we should be able to get it a bit closer. Again, we'll thread that one through here. That's it. Okay. And then just put this one back in through this way. Okay. What you want to do is try and use as many roots as you can, and then when you have it growing, then you can make a decision on which ones you want to take off afterwards. Now, there's quite a lot of these roots on this side, which kind of coming out too high, or too far away from the actual I would be able to get this root actually on this side of the statue, on the side of the dragon. Might be able to pull the whole thing closer on this side. Seems to be okay there. We push this root into that hole there. Bring this one. Onto here. Thread that through there. Okay, I think the next thing I'm going to do is actually tie the tree to the statue. That way then at least it's tied on, and then we'll work on the roots then. So, through there, up through here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so at least that's got the statue attached now. So now it's just a matter of getting all the roots where we want them. Now, there's a lot of roots here at the back. Again, as they grow, we can always take it out to pot, and as the roots grow we can thread them back through again, so they'll just keep getting longer and stronger. So it's just a matter of, as they grow, keep weaving them in and out, deciding which ones you want to keep. They're the ones you want to be weaving in and out of the statue. There's a lot of fine roots here, so what I'm going to do is just see if I can push some of these ones back through to the front. This long one here, separate it. We push through under the neck here, like that. So you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I can go there. These ones will push through there. Push that one through that way. Like I said, ideally I would recommend you plant the tree into a tall pot first, let it grow for a few years. But this tree I've obviously pruned back the roots on the plan of making a more of a flat root base, which is not the best tree to be using for a root over rock. But so once all these roots start thickening up, we can wrap them back around, decide where you want them. For now, we'll just have to leave them like that. So what I will do now is just get some tape, some this grafting tape. I'm just going to weave in as much as I can for now. So I'm just going to get this, just wrap it around the whole statue. I'm going to start that again. Maybe I'll start up a bit higher, work my way down, just to keep the roots pinned to the statue. Just wrap it around like this. And then as time goes on, you can remove this. Over here. So ideally, if you had planted it into a longer pot, you'd have lots of roots like this, big thick roots, which you can weave in and out easy and decide where you want them. As always, I decided to do it the hard way and use a tree that is being pruned for a nice root flare. Okay, So now that's done. Oops. So you've got the roots going down, they're all pinned to the statue. So the next thing we need to do is put it in a pot. So I have a plastic training pot here, which is big enough for it. So the whole thing will be practically buried, but because it's quite narrow, the pot's so big, it's going to cost an absolute fortune to fill that with soil. So what I'm just going to do is just put a bit of wood on either side. So the first thing I better do is put some mesh in the bottom. Now, with this being just an individual one tree, one bit of mesh hopefully will be okay. Just cover up the holes. Then just going to put in a couple of pieces of wood. I'll just take up some of the space. Now we'll get some soil. Put the base layer down. Stand the statue in there. Push him in. Okay. What I will do, just to try and help with the growth of it, is I'll just put a bit of slow release fertilizer. Splatter that into the soil. Hopefully that will help with the roots grow quicker. And then just fill it in. Work that in now. Try and get it in amongst between the tape and the statue, fill in all the gaps if possible. So the statue is completely filled. And like that, you don't have to worry if the roots aren't big enough yet. I'll leave this in here for a year or two, and then I'll take it out, and by then the roots will definitely not be long enough, big enough, and you can do some more weaving, weave some more in and out of the statue where you need, and you can cut off ones you don't need, and then just keep going from there. Raise it up a bit out the pot. Make sure you get all the gaps filled if you can. This is quite a loose soil, so the roots have plenty of space to grow in it. Let's give that a tap now. sure to fill in all the gaps. I'll just mound it up. Like so. On the branch, so we'll bring that branch a bit more over like that when the time's right. I won't do any pruning to the tree now really, because I want all the growth and the strength I can get in it to get the roots growing good and strong. It's pretty solid now. Okay, so we'll give that a good watering and put it on the bench, and hopefully in a year or two we'll have some good strong roots growing over the dragon. I have another one that I did maybe a year or two ago, so I'll get that just to show you. Okay, here's one I did a few years ago, and as you can see, it was pretty similar, to be honest, as that one. Had lots of small roots, but it doesn't take long for them to thicken up, as you can see from that side. And I've just been pruning off some of the small ones. See, as you can see, a lot of small ones don't make it, so you prune them off and all the energy goes into growing the thicker ones then. This one could actually be probably lifted slightly out of the pot now, but probably missed that now. Just for this one, we'll give it till next year. This again was just like a dragon, little dragon statue thing, standing on a plinth. So it actually goes right to the bottom here of the pot. So just give it a bit of give it some of them reeds. I'm not sure which would be the front, whether it be this side or this side when the time comes. Depends on the tree and which side looks best for the roots. As you can see, a lot of these have died off, but you just, any that don't make it to the soil, you don't want to keep all of them anyway. You want most of them gone. You just want a couple of thick roots like that growing over. So as you can see, it does work, the method. Even if you only have fine roots, eventually you'll get a few that just take off. And yep, so again, this tree could have done with a bit of pruning back and stuff, but I just chopped it, the main branches off, just to let it grow on again this year, get the roots all growing. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you haven't had a go at putting a tree over a statue, just give it a go. I do think you should give it a go, because I find it quite rewarding when you find it's gripped well and it's growing on the statue like it's been there forever. So again, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one.